DIECAST NORBZ is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say some what? Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Hello to all of my hooligans out there in the galaxy and beyond. Welcome to DIECAST NORBZ Gingake Hooligan. Today is actually a good day to show you some more of the shite that I actually got while I was actually over at TFCON Orlando 2023. And I was actually around hanging out with Ghost Prime, and then we actually came across this one bin that actually had loads of Transformers in there and everything. So I was actually just set to get something on Amazon, and then all of a sudden I came across this guy over here and everything, and like I absolutely had to buy him right away and everything like that because 15 bucks, you know? It was like they said, 15 bucks, little man. Put that, anyway, I'm not gonna curse right now or anything like that because I don't want to be slashed by YouTube or anything like that. But let me tell you something. This guy is awesome. I can't wait to check him out with all of you. Welcome to the show. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me today. Also, if you can, since you're actually all here, new people, welcome to the show. I would have really appreciated if you actually hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and left me a few comments, share me around. I really appreciate it as I'm actually going from 7-something to 1 billion overnight, right? Yeah, so like I'm gonna try to do that and everything, but I need your help to actually do it. So please like, subscribe, share me around like a blunt. And now let's get into Twincast. And it's time to take a look at Twincast. Coming at you with all the powers of Sirius Radio. He is awesome. I really love this guy a lot, and he is super awesome to play around with. Coming in DIECAST NORBZ colors of the blue and gold here and everything. He is really, really awesome. Blue and yellow actually, but like I love this guy a lot. His face is super incredible. I love that smile that he actually has over there. That smile that actually says, I got something for you. Look at this guy. He is just really cool. And I really wanted to come in here and compare this to the old face of Blaster right over here, where he actually kind of, in a way, I kind of feel like his face is like a lot more stoic looking and more than anything else. A little bit more on the serious side more than anything, where we actually have this guy right over here with that smirk and that one eye that leans down just a bit right over here and everything. That guy is super cool. Like I said before, I really think that he actually has like some kind of mischievous intentions going for him and everything like that, but he is just great. One thing that I actually didn't like about this guy right over here is that there was like a little bit of paint chipping like this right over here, or something that just didn't look like it was actually as painted as it actually should be. But that is something that I can actually take care of myself more than anything else. Otherwise than that, he is really super brilliant. And that blue just really just says justice to me right there and everything. You know, it's kind of like more of a royal blue color more than anything else, and I really dig it. You know, that face, I love the yellow on the face also and everything like that. It's not like jaundice or anything like that. It's just very cool. And I like the fact that they actually use this like loud color of yellow right over here. The same thing that actually matched up with Blaster over here with his tape deck and everything. Like this and this, as it's just really cool to me and everything. Going down the line and everything, we actually have like a little bit of a lighter color as opposed to Blaster's gray right over here, but it actually goes along with the red and the red that's actually on the inside of his subwoofers and everything. Just very cool choice colors and everything. Taking a look at the back, there's no real change or anything like that, but I really love these colors though. Like, these colors are just great. Also, when you actually have the colors on his gauntlets over here and everything like that, like, I love the fact that his hands are actually just as red and everything. Just gives him a lot more presence. Now, I really wasn't going to get Twincast at all or anything like that, but there is a reason to actually get him, because on Blaster right over here, we actually have Eject right over here, which is actually his little cassette and everything like that. His cassette bot actually kind of comes in where you actually kind of like unfurl him right over here, take out his hands, and all of a sudden we actually have the head, and then we have the head. Haha, I got it. So we actually have Eject right over here, and he actually came in with Blaster, but the only other reason to actually get this guy right over here is because he actually came with Rewind. Now, Rewind was actually a character that I think I really wanted it and everything like that, especially since Blaster actually has to have all of his minions and everything like that all together. But it was a reason to actually get him on. I just couldn't say no or anything like that, because without all of his tape buddies and everything like that, I don't know, like I would tend to think that we were actually missing quite a bit. Now, these guys are actually really easy to transform. The one thing about this though is that with the head itself, it kind of like becomes like a little bit more cumbersome to actually get into the cavity to actually get his head and everything like that. So you might actually need a spudger of some kind and everything like that. I'm not exactly sure. Whatever your pleasure actually is as far as like unfurling them and let's like getting his head out. But at least these two guys are actually together finally. You know, like I know in the Titans Returns versions and everything like that, we actually got Rewind, but we never got Eject unless you actually decided to go up and get like an Eject, get a Rewind, and then get the color palette from Toy Hacks. That's right. So you actually had to do that in order to make a Rewind. You know, but like in order to make an Eject. I'm sorry, I'm actually gonna like confuse their names and everything like that. But we actually have definitive guys and everything, as opposed to what we actually had with Rumble and Frenzy and everything like that. But now that Studio Series is actually like a thing, and then Hasbro has actually decided to make them definitively Rumble is blue and Frenzy is red, we actually have those to go along with these guys. The only thing that I kind of wish for this whole set is that I really wish that we actually had Ramhorn and my favorite Steeljaw to actually go along with the set, because I really think that Blaster and Twincast, or Blaster or Twincast, it depends on, they're the same guys, so it all depends on like if you actually want one or the other, or if you want them being like separate characters and everything like that. It'd be great to actually have the whole gang together though, you know what I mean? And it took me a little bit of time to get these guys to stand on my perforated backdrop here, so I actually had to bring in extra equipment, but so we're actually going to give these guys a comparison between Ravage, who I really want to see more justice done to and everything. Why can't we get a cat, you know? Like, this is actually pretty cool and everything. I really like the way they actually look together here with the Ravage here, and with Rumble here, who is actually really awesome. I cannot wait to get the Frenzy version of this. Frenzy is actually, I'm still waiting for him from BBTS and everything like that, so once he's actually in, then I'll actually have like most of the cassette bots and everything like that, so that's, and the TFCON, so that is actually pretty cool. I really love the way these guys look, but let's get back to the main course. Once back in, he is actually ready for action with his minion, and this guy is actually just still super awesome to me. I really love this guy. For his articulation, he has a 360 degree around on his neck. He can actually look up, he can look down, so that's actually really great. He actually has 360 degrees all around over here as well. You can actually put his T pose right over here like this on some hinges that are actually located on the inside, so that's actually really nice. He has rotating biceps right over here. He has 90 degrees right on his elbows. His hands can go in and out and everything, but like not as far in or anything like that, more like this more than anything else. That's due to transformation. You actually have a high kick. You have a kung fu pose right over here, so that's actually really great. You have waist rotation. You have a knee bend right over here. You actually have an ankle tilt that's actually really great. It's nice that it doesn't really break up the transformation as much, and notice you're actually going to go to an extreme, but it doesn't really allow you to go all the way out like that or anything like that, so that's actually really great. And you actually have an upper toe for transformation, and that's pretty much it on this guy. And as far as our comparisons are actually concerned, we're actually going to do Blaster and Twincast with Netflix Soundwave, who is no slouch whatsoever. And this guy is actually still great as far as holding a standard. I think he's actually going to be coming along with a Nemesis 3-pack that's actually going to be coming along pretty soon. So look out for that. If you guys have any chance of like getting the cassette version of Soundwave, that's probably going to be the best way to actually get him. But let's not talk about Soundwave for now. This is all about Twincast right over here. Let us get him into blaster configuration here. And shit! For transformation, he actually starts off by removing the back right over here, pulling his head in. If you've actually seen this guy before, he's actually just regular style blaster transformation if you've actually seen his videos and everything like that. So I'm not really sure if going through like the step-by-step is actually the thing that would actually be appropriate for now and everything like that, but I'm actually going to talk while I'm actually doing this and everything like that, because like I still think it's actually a very cool transformation for this guy and everything, because he's actually super cool in everything that he actually does, and I really enjoy messing around with this guy. Just make sure that you actually take this right over here, and he's actually just like a cool figure and everything. Like I really find myself being enamored with this every single time. And as far as having a blaster, who would have actually thought that in today's day and age we would have actually been having like so many cool figures and everything. Now, one thing that I actually do want to stress though is that because this is black, you're not really going to be able to see it as well or anything like that. I'm actually going to try to adjust my lights over here so you can see it a little bit better. But there is a black peg right over here that goes right into a slot that's right in the arm here and everything. So just make sure that you're mindful of that when you're transforming him. And when you actually want to get his arm into this crevice, just angle it out just slightly and everything so you can actually just get it just like that. And the same thing on the other side. And again, this is actually going to go into a slot that's actually right there somewhere. It's really hard to actually kind of like come back and get it. But like once you actually get it, you actually get it and everything like that. And it's actually only because of like where they actually are angle wise and everything. So there we go. And then we'll just put that right in like this and then do this whole thing. And then we post these right over here to solidify the transformation. And then we get out the handle and we put that together right here. And there goes Blaster in his blaster mode right over. There goes Twincast in his blaster mode. And there we are right there. And he's very cool. I really like these colors for him and everything. These colors are actually just really striking and everything, you know? As far as being a character who's actually supposed to be a radio, he actually really stands for what he really stands out and everything. I still wish that we actually had workable knobs and everything right over here and over here, but he looks very cool. Just let me do this right over here, and again, you can still get the cassette out and everything like that. It usually works a little bit more smoothly, but I think it's actually just the way I actually put it in here. Again, only thing I wish that was actually done a little bit better right over here was this little missing paint thing. I'm actually probably going to wind up painting it myself and everything like that. The little chip is actually not going to deter me from enjoying this figure altogether that I got for 15 bucks, you know? He's actually really, really cool. And when you actually compare him, just let me set my camera up here. Where are you going? Where are you going? There we go. And when you actually set him over here and you actually compare him to his to his boombox brothers and everything like that right over here, we actually have Soundwave right over here, the Netflix version. Anybody who actually loves Soundwave will absolutely love this guy and everything like that. So again, if you actually do decide to go get the Nemesis 3-pack and everything like that, please do, because that's actually really awesome. But as a blaster to blaster comparison, that's actually really nice. This is Blaster, this is the upgrade of Twincast, and they just look great together. It's really cool to see how much this color actually changes a lot. I just think that it actually just like makes him like that much more of a showboat and everything like that, makes him super showy and everything like that. And as far as playability and everything, you can actually get them to epically fight each other in radio mode. I don't know, but it's very cool. The one thing I actually have to say about Twincast over here is that he doesn't come with a Blast Effects compatibility or anything like that, so no way to put these snazzy things on him or anything like that whatsoever or anything, unless you're actually going to go backwards and say do this whole thing and everything like that. But like, I don't even think that that actually looks great either or anything like that. But he is still really, really cool. I love this guy a lot. As far as the compatibility over here, I kind of wish that they actually made the rifles, their rifle stock a little bit thinner, so you can actually kind of like put like a blast effect over there and everything like that. But aside from that, he's just 1000% awesome and everything, and highly recommended from me and everything, you know. If you actually get a chance to go and get him, I'm pretty sure that you can actually find him on either BBTS or Amazon. I think they're actually going for 30 bucks still and everything like that, but I really highly think that this guy is actually worth taking a look at and everything. In any case, final thoughts are coming up. Did they build this city in rock and roll, or did they build it on Twincast over here? Because he is actually holding up this whole entire city, and I love this guy a lot, you know? As far as finding a guy who, figure who's actually like this fun. I mean, I love Blaster, but I love these colors so much and everything. These are actually such striking, bright colors. I think that actually belongs in a character of Blaster or Twincast's caliber, you know? Do I actually highly recommend him? Absolutely. You should actually go out and go stalk this character and everything if you haven't already, you know? But if you haven't, what are you waiting for? This guy is awesome. Anyway, I think this guy's great. I think you should actually have him in your collection, and that's it for me today. I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining me once again for my trip through nerddom. I really appreciated you hanging out with me talking about this character that I actually got from TFCON. I have one other figure to talk about that I actually got from TFCON, and then we'll actually get on with normal reviews and everything. But I absolutely had to talk about this guy. I think he's actually wonderful. In any case, thank you for joining me, and I hope, as far as the mental health check, I hope that you are all treating yourselves amazingly, treating yourselves with love, attention, devotion, and spread that throughout the whole entire sphere of the macroverse, and just have that go 360 all around that whole entire realm, and send it back over here to the HQ, because I could always use some myself. And as always, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I look forward to talking to each and every one of you soon.